How is everyone doing today? And in this video, we are going to talk about, yes, they are finally here. The character that everybody and their mom has been waiting for, and that is Sutama and also Megumi. Now, I am very excited, not only because of the characters themselves, but this also means that we are about to get chapter 5, part 1 for the most part. And this is going to be the chapter 5 interlude portion of the story. So we are going to be branching from 4.2 into 5.1 with this specific story here. Now, this celebration realistically doesn't have a lot to talk about, just because there's not that many events. There's also not that many banners as well, and we'll get into it talking about which characters are here. We're also going to talk about what these characters do as well, as always. And I also want to talk about this as well. We should be most likely streaming the main story today, possibly later in the night, a couple hours from now, when this video is posted, and we should be going through it up until Sutama's release, where we can be caught up hopefully, and then that way we can just, you know, basically do everything as it comes out, which I'm very excited to do. So if you're excited for that, make sure to leave a sub, make sure to leave a like, all the different type of stuff. Make sure to put the bell notification on too, if you're excited to watch the story with me, if you want to see my reaction, all the different type of stuff. But let's go into Sutama and Megumi. As you can see, this is going to be the second half of the early summer celebration. Megumi is going to be here with a Dark Crush Memoria, and of course our Sutama is here as well. Besides the characters themselves, which we are going to talk about what these characters do, Sutama you might already know, but I'm going to be telling you the implications of why she's so good, and then we're also going to be talking about Megumi as well. But realistically, besides the characters that are coming, which are Megumi and Sutama, we are going to be getting the interlude for the next chapter, which is going to be chapter 5, and then we're also going to be getting a free, basically a 10 pull from the 15 days logged in, which is really good to get those 3,000 chords, which is just going to be really nice to have an extra multi. Hey, hopefully you get Sutama in your first one, which would be really cool. We're getting into score challenge. We're going to get Sutama, of course. Sutama will be the only banner that will be available during this portion, but this is going to be only a week and a half longish of a banner, so it's going to be a little bit normal. It's going to be a little bit of a lackluster update, not in terms of the content itself, because I'm very excited for the interlude and also for Sutama to be here, but the celebration is very small. We should be expecting even more news very soon with the next big update. This is kind of like the filler episode in between the big parts, so it makes sense for the most part. We're going to be seeing a step up recruitment, which is really nice, and then other than that, we're going to be getting the premium packs as always. Now, to talk about these characters specifically, let's go ahead and start talking about our girl Megumi, which I am very excited to get this cat. I want to get both of them so bad. I'm very excited for this banner because I love these characters to death. So the first one to talk about is going to be Megumi. She is going to be Crush Dark, and what she's going to be doing with her EX skill is she's just going to overall be a very strong character for dark teams. One of the main reasons why is because she is going to give not only dark defense down, so that is your elemental defense down, she's going to be giving regular defense down, which is really nice as well. And then not only that, she's also going to be giving single target recovery effect down. So this means whenever an enemy tries to get their DP shield back, whenever they try to recover their, for the most part, health back, which a lot of them do this when you leave them alone for a long time, this is going to allow you to be able to stop them basically from getting anything back. So realistically, one basic attack could potentially stop them fully from getting their DP bar back and keeping it up. Usually you do have to put a little bit more power into your hit so that you're able to crack the shield plus go into the health bar. But with this effect here specifically, this allows you to just one tap the shield no matter what. It can be from a basic attack because they're going to be getting their healing cut by a massive amount. So this is going to be a really good EX skill, and of course really good for dark teams in total. Can be good as a general defense down character or debuffer because of this general effect here and the defense down, but having the dark characters with it is just going to make it even better, especially with us getting Unison Ruka very soon, who is a dark attacker. This could be absolutely amazing. This also goes for all the other dark units, like having Swimsuit Yuina, that's also a pretty big one, and also Chia SS2. Just a lot of really amazing dark units that you can use to pair up with this Megumi, which is going to be really nice overall. Other than that, you also have an Enfeeble, which is, I guess you could say, cool to have. she's gonna have her passive, which is gonna be skill attack up for party, for dark, and then she's gonna have the normal limit break 1 where she gets an extra SP on the front line, and then her limit break 3 is going to be self attack up for her, of course, which is going to be really nice after her first skill use. So this means that the EX skill is just going to hit really hard, and her EX skill does have a sizable amount of damage, not that many hits, so you do want to buff this out a little bit more if you're going to be making her the main damage dealer, which it is kind of possible. It is in a way possible, very similar to the way Fire Megumi works. But other than that, she's going to be a really nice dark debuffer. Not necessarily the most important character on the banner by any means. This is just the character that if you so happen to get her, that's really nice. I might just get her so I can have the costume and put it on other Megumis. Although a lot of her other Megumi styles are just very, very good. Like when it comes to the outfits that they have, I think she has a plethora of outfits that she could wear from all her Memorias. But besides the Megumi herself, let's go ahead and look at our girl Tama, the main MVP of the show, the #1 character that everyone has been looking at for so long and has been saving so long for. She is finally here. We finally have her official release, and she's finally here, which is really cool. So the main reason why this Tama is so freaking good, and a reason why everyone should be pulling Tama, no matter what you think of when it comes to what you can see in JP, what you can see happening in their meta right now. Sutama is by far one of the best general buffers known to man in this game at the current moment in JP. Yes, Yanagi is a admiral character that is supposed to power creep Tama, but Tama, no matter what, is going to have their value up until current day JP. So that means that they're going to be a really good character without a doubt. In any way, shape, or form you see it with any character that you could possibly pull. The reason why this is the case is because regular skill gives reserved attack up, which is really nice, and then she just gives self attack down, which really doesn't matter. But the attack up is really nice. You're giving a attack buff to the backline, which is just going to be pretty easy for you to give all the buffs to whoever else needs these buffs specifically. But her EX skill is where it matters. Her EX skill is going to be giving you, for one ally, crit rate up, crit damage up, and Mind's Eye. This is the only, and I mean the only character at the current moment, if I am not wrong, that's able to pick anybody on the team to give Mind's Eye. This is a reason why she is very strong, because she could basically provide every buff that you could possibly want for these characters. You have Mind's Eye, really strong for characters like Inori, really strong for any element character that is matching weakness with the boss. Crit damage up is always nice. Crit rate up is very good. She's basically Psycho 2, but just much better, because she is allowing Mind's Eye to be put on with these buffs as well, which is really good. And not only that, also having an attack up for the reserve line if you're going to be wasting that much SP. She also has really good limit breaks. One of the main ones that she gives party attack up just for existing, because it's her limit break 0 passive, which is really nice. Her limit break 1 is the normal frontline, gets 1 SP to herself, and then the last one is going to be pretty nice. At the battle start in the front line, she's going to be receiving 5 SP. So you're basically going to be starting with what, 6 from this alone, from limit break passives. Then you start off with what, 4? I don't remember how much you start off with immediately, but you're just going to have enough to, if I'm not wrong, use this first turn. I could be wrong with that, but I'm pretty sure it's something in the realm of being able to use this first turn or second turn if you limit break 3 her. With this Tama coming to the game, I'm already saying this right now, I already said it earlier in the video, you should pull for this Tama without a single doubt, because very good general buffer. You can put this with anybody. Mind's Eye works with every element. Crit damage works with every element. Crit rate works with every element. When it comes to a Memoria that you could put this on, Sutama will just be the best buffer you could possibly ask for, and will be valuable up until current day JP, which is a long time from now. So this is just a character you do not want to miss out on, and basically a must pull character for your account for the most part. This is going to help so many people when it comes to those who had never gotten a double S buffer. For those who have never gotten luck with those types of characters, this is going to be your chance to grab one of the best ones, and by far someone you should definitely limit break 3. Use your SS chips. This is definitely a character you want to use that for. Use your delimiter. This is definitely a character you want to use this for. She is just a character that we put on every single team, no matter what character you're using, no matter what element you're using. You're basically going to be using this Sutama. Any other buffs that you put on top of this Tama is just going to make absolutely explosive damage, like if you had Yotsuha or anything like that, would be really, really good. There is one thing I do want to preface with this specific Tama that I know a lot of people are probably looking at. This Tama specifically, which is Sutama, with all of her crit rate and crit damage and attack boosting buffs that she can give to other allies, does cost 10 SP. This is a very costly SP in my honest opinion, for buffs that you're going to have to double stack for the most part on top of one ally. So it's going to be 20 SP in total, making it even more so if you're going to be adding the attack buff as well to the backline. This means, with this being said, that you are not going to be using this Tama to heal. Tama herself will be just a buffer. You are not going to be able to fit that EX skill from SS1 Tama on this Tama specifically, because this Tama is going to be using so much SP trying to buff out her teammates. You're not going to have a lot of spare SP to give, you know, the res your shield, raise your DP for the front line, to be able to give the ASP from one of her S rank Memorias that does the full party heal. I think is this one right here. Yeah, party DP recovery 8 SP. That's literally as much as her EX skill. So no, Tama, this specific Tama, although you can do it, you're not gonna allow her to do her job if you make her a buffer slash healer. She won't function in that way. She is just going to be a buffer and that's it. You still have to have another healer, which it could be Mua, it could be Aoi, it could be all these amazing healers or sustainers we've gotten so far through the course of the game. But this Tama specifically, although most of her Memoria are buffer slash healers, more on the healer side, this Tama specifically will be just a buffer. Her cost for her SP moves, like her EX skill, her common skill, they cost a lot in comparison to a lot of the other buffers. And if that's the case, it's going to be very hard to sustain your team, especially against these very hard hitting bosses that we're going to get very soon. So with the amount of sustain that you need to clear these bosses, there's not going to be enough SP around to be able to buff and also heal your team with this Tama specifically. So that is just one note I wanted to give with Sutama. And other than that, I am just very excited for Sutama to come into the game. It's a very good time for most players to either start the game, most players to get their buffer that they've been waiting for. It's just a lot of really good stuff coming into the game. I am hopefully going to be streaming this game later today to be able to do chapter 4 part 2. A lot of people have been waiting for that stream, so it's going to happen very, very soon. And other than that, that's going to be it for this video. I'm very excited for Sutama, very excited for Megumi. It's a very small celebration, but this is like the filler patch that we're going to give in between big updates. And we'll see what comes out next. I'm very excited. Be ready to pull for Sutama because she is coming very, very soon, literally in 5 days. Woo! Actually, no, in 4 days. Oh man, that's crazy. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. See you on the next one, and peace.